Hey everybody, Weather Extra. How you doing? A little rainy out there, right? Some thunderstorms this morning, some heavy rainfall, and it just keeps on coming. It's like a fire hose. Yep. Came in just now, went home for a break, got something to eat, came back, checked on my pups, and big puddles in the parking lot. My road has got a lot of water on it. We've had some solid rainfall overnight. There are some estimates, radar estimates, that some areas like out towards Hamilton and Double Springs, south of Russellville, have picked up over 3 inches of rain already. The rest of the Tennessee Valley is mainly around an inch, but there's a huge exception, like far northwest Alabama up towards Lawrence County up in Tennessee, very little, like 0.1. So we've had a wide range of rainfall totals across the area thus far this morning and continuing from what we had yesterday. And if you feel like you've been kind of jaded a bit on the rainfall, don't hold your breath. There's more coming. Yes. So you look at the radar right now, and we have pockets of heavy rainfall. Again, let me reiterate before I go any deeper into this. Severe weather, not happening right now. We've had one severe thunderstorm warning for like a hot second in DeKalb County last night, and as soon as they issued it, they canceled it. So I'm going to just say 0 severe thunderstorm warnings. I know there was one, but it didn't count. And it's been mainly just rainfall. And we had a cell this morning in Coleman that had a special weather statement for winds up to 30, 40 miles an hour. But this has just been mainly rain with some thunderstorms. And if you're going to have rain in April in the Tennessee Valley, it's not a bad thing because we always want to get enough rain so that when we go through those dry periods in the summer, we actually got some rain in the spring. We didn't really do that last year. We ended up in drought conditions, right? So the rain is not a bad thing. It's good when it comes to like keeping a nice balance between the rain totals being up there and just dropping off significantly if you don't have enough rainfall, right? It's also going to wash away some of the pollen, which is good. But when it comes to like a morning commute this morning, it was dicey. Like there was 7 accidents, 1 major accident by Mooresville Road, the exit there on 565. That caused a considerable backup to I-65. So with the pros comes the cons. Well, we got the rest of the day though. That rainfall right now, heavy at times in southern Lawrence County. So if you're in Moulton or south of Moulton right now, that rainfall is headed toward Hartselle. Then you got this like big break up through Decatur. Then you pick up more rain east of I-65. And again, it's mainly just moderate rainfall with some pockets of heavier rain. Doesn't really have much in the way of any lightning strikes anymore, any kind of thunderstorm activity, minimal at this point. And this batch or cluster of rain will continue to move east. And as it does, the overall coverage will temporarily back off early in the afternoon from about like 1 to 4. And then there's another surge of rain that has to come in the evening. That will bring another round of rain. And I'll show you all this on a graphic in a second. And then there'll be another big break in the action. And then another push of some showers and thunderstorms for the morning commute on Wednesday. That will back off before another round comes in later in the day. And what I'm trying to tell you at home is that it literally is waves of rainfall from now all the way through Friday. And what's going to happen is you're going to add up 1 to 3 more inches of rain on top of what has already fallen so far. And you're going to get some solid rain totals by the time we get to Friday afternoon. And I think that we may even add a little bit more rain in this weekend on Saturday. Some of the forecast models yesterday kind of backing off on the rain on the weekend. And though the coverage on Saturday and Sunday doesn't look to be as impressive as this, what you see up here now, it will probably still have a play in your outdoor plans. A lot of stuff going on this weekend. Obviously, Talladega, we don't forecast there, but we know there's some rain in the forecast for that area. We have Panoply taking place. The Pandas are trying to have a homestand. So you're trying to get outside and work in your yard. You're trying to mow your yard. That's going to be a challenge this week. It's all wet out there. You can't get out there. Even when the rain kind of has this break today in the afternoon, it's still going to be wet. You can't mow. You know, it's just going to continue to be that way. So I appreciate all the eyeballs on. If you have something to say, bring it on Facebook, and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. As long as you're nice to me, I'll be nice back. Don't make me cry, please. I don't want to cry today. All right, so there's your radar. There's your rainfall. We'll continue to track the rain when I'm on for TVL here in about 23 minutes, and also when I am on for the noon show with Gina Benitez. So let me see if I can get this to work this far away. There we go. Woo, we're on fire. 1 p.m. I took a snapshot. I kind of fast forwarded 2 hours. Pretty much what you have on the radar now just shifts a bit to the east, and that's what's going on about 1 o'clock. That's still some pockets of heavy rainfall with some showers and thunderstorms. Severe weather, again, looks to be little or none It's just beneficial rain with some thunder. Now, if you have that thunderstorm anxiety that I talk about all the time, obviously the thunderstorms bother you with some lightning, then obviously this will be a tough afternoon if you're in that area. Mainly south and east is the way this works out this afternoon. That will be the track that you see for the showers and thunderstorms, at least through about 3 o'clock. Areas northwest, who for the most part have missed out on the bulk of the really heavy rainfall, you will actually stay mainly dry. But there's more to develop, and that's what I'm talking about. So we get into the evening hours. That first line there is moving away into Georgia, but look what happens on the backside. A couple more showers and thunderstorms start to pop right about 5, 6 o'clock. That will affect areas west of I-65. So that's why I said if you don't feel like you've had enough rainfall yet, there's more to come. But that should all quickly back off this evening. It won't linger into the overnight like last night's storm. So by 8 o'clock, and this is a snapshot of the entire Tennessee Valley, there's not much there in any kind of rain, right? So we get a little break. We take a break. We're on the runway taxiing at this point, waiting to take off with more rain. There it comes right there, right about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So we had a big impact with rain this morning for the commute. Probably not as much of an impact tomorrow, but there's still going to be some showers and thunderstorms. And they won't be as widespread. They'll be more isolated, and they'll race off to the north and east very quickly, but still some rain in the forecast. We do have a chance tomorrow to do something very special. When that first round of rain moves out, we may see the sun again. Yes, 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 we may see the sun. Just a little bit of sun, but all that's going to do is just rejuvenate the atmosphere to pop more storms up in the afternoon, and boom, there they are at 2 o'clock. There'll be needle in a haystack kind of showers and thunderstorms. They're not coming in with a frontal boundary. They're kind of one of those like pop-up storms. There'll be clusters of storms favoring areas mainly along 65 and east, but we'll keep it in the forecast for everybody. And that will bring another round of heavy rainfall in here, and that's about 2 p.m. on Wednesday. That's going to continue right into the evening commute. There'll be areas that keep getting heavy rainfall for the drive home from work. And then right into the nighttime hours, about 8, 9 o'clock, that should all back off. And you think, wave the white flag, we're good. No more rain, no more rain. Hit the timeout. There's more rain coming, Thursday and Friday. If you're trying to go ahead and plan things for the end of the week on Thursday and Friday, that rainfall for Thursday looks like afternoon and evening. Friday looks like afternoon and evening, and your temperatures will be in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. And I saw a comment on here. Karen McKenzie says, my dog hates thunderstorms. And Karen, this is our first time talking together, and I have 2 dogs. I have Rubble and I have Sky, named after Paw Patrols. I adopted them about 2 years ago, and they're both 9 now. And Rubble is a freak with thunderstorms, which makes Sky a freak as well. And last night I had 1 downpour at 11:30 with 1 rumble of thunder. And I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning until I came to work, and that's because I couldn't get him to calm down. I tried to play Thunder Buddy with him. I had him. He started snoring on my shoulder. I didn't want to mess it up. I let him just stay there all night, and I just slept on the couch like this. I didn't move. And yeah, so I know if we don't have severe weather, a lot of people are like, they're just thunderstorms. But for some of you out there, whether you have a pet, dog especially, or maybe a cat that's impacted by the thunder and they get scared, that changes your whole plans and your routine. That changes your whole sleep schedule. We have little pills that we give our dogs to try to relax them, and it helps a little bit, but it's usually a long night when that happens. And I know if we have a series of storms in the forecast like we do this week, I know that Jeff has a lot of late nights keeping Rubble company all night long. Sky, she'll sleep through everything. But Rubble, he don't like it. Dogs do not like thunderstorms. But yeah, Ashley, I don't know. I'm on a double. I can take it full screen, but I like to talk on it. But I can take it full screen. I can go back. What do you want to see on there? Do you want to see the radar again? Let me go back, and I'll put it on. Full screen up here. CTV1, blue. Boom. There it is again. There you go. It's full screen. You asked, therefore you shall receive, Ashley. We have it full screen when we're on air. So I'll be on air on TVL. So if you want to watch TVL or the noon show, it'll be on there too. But that right there should help you out. That's as big of a screen as I can get it for you. And there is the rainfall for you. Now the heaviest rain now moving towards Vinemont, north of Coleman, a little moderate rain out towards Gunnersville. Probably not the best walk on City Harbor today. No, probably not. A little wet. And yeah, it'll continue. But in Huntsville, though, starting to dry out. Decatur, a few showers, maybe north and west. But most of Decatur right now drying out, especially southeast Decatur. And up towards Hazel Green and Newmarket and Athens, you're getting a little bit of a break right now. It does happen. The Gardens, I'm not Brad, though, Ashley. Trust me, I'm not Brad. I'm Jeff. but thank you for saying that, though. He's really good, but I'm Jeff. They have talked about, somebody was talking about this morning on my page, is like, hey, the gardens are very happy to get this rainfall. Evelyn was talking to me. And I said, yeah, they like to have a drink every once in a while, but they're going to be drunk by Friday. I'll tell you that. Those plants aren't going to know their name because they're going to be a lot of rain. So let me fast forward this graphic. I'm going to go all the way to the 10-day because I got to wrap this up because I got to go do TVL and get myself ready because I'm not completely there yet. There's the 10-day. So there's your rain chances. We just talked about it today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday is setting up to be a very wet day now as well. There's your rainfall backing off for the weekend. Probably could take that 20% out for Sunday and Monday. It looks like Sunday will be mainly dry, which will be nice. But that Saturday 30% chance favoring the afternoon and evening if you have plans, like if you go into Panoply. If you maybe go, I don't know what time they start, but if you go in the morning, might have a better chance to be dry than the afternoon and evening. All the music is playing the whole time, and they're always out there, and there's some past histories of Panoply where they've been severe weather. I don't think there'll be severe weather Saturday, but obviously if you get any kind of thunderstorms and rainfall, there'll be an impact for you. But yeah. Hi, Christine Tinker. Good for you. Good to see you. Hi, Deborah Madden. I just was talking about it, how, Deborah, the storms will probably back off a bit about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, and then the rest of the night until about 4 in the morning will be dry. And there'll be just some isolated storms in the morning, so not widespread, but still part of the forecast. But there will be a good chunk of the overnight that will be dry, Deborah. I hope that helps. Adam, rainy, foggy, and muggy in Fort Payne. Yeah, that's a great point. Adam, thank you for saying that. Very muggy outside. The temperatures are only in the 60s, but the dew points are in the 60s too. That's why you got the fog too. When your dew point and your temperature are the same, you got essentially 100% relative humidity. So what's happening is you get the low cloudiness, the fog, the muggy feel, the dampness outside. You certainly have that in Fort Payne and for most locations. Deborah, you're very welcome. I try to answer as many questions as I can. Sometimes I'm blind and I need my glasses and can't see the comments, but I promise I'll always answer it if I see it. Adam says, maybe all this rain will clear the pollen out some. Adam, that's a fantastic point you bring up. You know what? It is a bit. The pollen count levels are actually going to be a little lower as we go into the rest of the week. It's only temporary because you know it's going to come back once we pop a little sunshine, especially on Sunday. But that's good news, right? So, not all that bad with rainfall. I mean, sometimes, obviously it impacts the morning commute and it gets frustrating because it's so gray and dark and blah. But, yeah, overall, though, you got to have a little good with the bad sometimes. And if we can get rain without severe weather in the Tennessee Valley in April, that is a win-win for sure. You're very welcome, Joyce. Thank you for watching. Kenneth, you're watching from Costa Rica. Well, let's trade places. How about that, my friend? Did you sneeze? Was that a sneeze? Oh, back there. I was going to say bless you. Kenneth, watching from Costa Rica, which I just said, but there was another one. Christine Tinker, you got some showers and storms today. Yep. Oh, thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. AJ helping me out. I don't know how to hit all these buttons over here. What are you talking about? Kaylee, she says, how's my birthday plans looking on Thursday? Well, first off, I don't know what your plans are, but I hope you have a fantastic birthday. And if you're going to be outside for those plans, Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening would be the time frame that you'd have some rain on Thursday, okay? So if you're going out, maybe going to dinner with some friends, doing your thing, have a good birthday, and just know you're going to probably get a little wet, right? You're planning on having a picnic, I wouldn't do that. I'd try to do something inside. You're very welcome, Zelma Chadwick. What a great name. Zelma, how are you? I think you're pretty awesome, too. What do you think of that? Bam. Good stuff. All right, I got to go get ready for this show. It's at like 14 minutes, and I got to get a microphone on, and I got to try to do all this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and bust a move and get out of here. Brad's in tonight. He'll have the very latest on the showers and storms. Keep fine-tuning the hours of when it's going to rain. Try to get you the best idea of what you can plan for the next couple of days, and especially that weekend forecast. Keeping an eye on Saturday. I know it's still 4 days out, but we want to make sure we try to fine-tune that forecast for the weekend as soon as we can, because I know it's important for you all at home to make sure that you can plan your days around the rainfall, and maybe you do something on Sunday instead of Saturday because it has a better chance of being dry, right? All right, I'm going to bust a move. Got to go. See ya. Have a good day.